Camera lady, you ready? I'd like to call to order the Charter Township of Oxford Board of Trustees meeting. Today is Wednesday, the 13th of December, 2016. Please pay respect to the flag. It's 7:02, by the way. Or 14.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Don't let me freewheel it anymore. I got the sheet. Please note the roll.
Noted.
As long as we're noting the roll, I'd like to bring it to everybody's attention that we have two new trustees on the Board of Trustees here. We have Margie Payne and we have Elgin Nichols. I'd like to welcome them both to the Township Board. Welcome. Approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any other questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Let's go on to the consent agenda. Questions on the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We'll take it by Patty for the second. Any other questions? Roll call.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
Here.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yeah, has to be yes or no.
Oh, yes.
He's new.
Trustee Dare.
You give me training.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes, and Supervisor Dunn.
Here. Yes.
Thank you, Bill.
No problem. Public comment on items not on the agenda. Any public comments? Ronnie?
Welcome, Elgin and Margie. It's good to see you, have you on board. Real quick update on the pole barn. Since my last meeting here with you, we've sprayed the inside with foam insulation. The staff and I did the rest of the batting insulation. We drywalled it ourselves. We started mud and taping. All the steel is on the inside walls and the ceiling. Electrical is all done. Plumbing is 90% done, so we're right on course. We're looking at maybe hopefully come in right around 300,000, if not underneath that. And keep in mind the original bid was 412,000, excluding another 25 for Edison and all the site work that Mr. Dunn helped us with. So we're pretty proud of where we're at with the project. I know Trustee Curtis has been out there, Bill's been out there, and it's moving right along. So if you get an opportunity, you want to come out and see the new barn, we'd love to have you. Thanks.
Turn the heat on, will you?
Any other comments? Seeing none. On to the resolution for Susan Bellairs and Melvin Buck Kreiderman. I'm going to ask Joe, since you're the longest standing person on the township board and done a lot of work with Sue, along with myself, I'd like to have you read that, if you would, please.
Sure.
Please bring that down there.
Whereas Susan Bellairs was elected Oxford Township trustee on November 20th, 1996, November 20th, 2004, November 20th, 2008, November 20th, 2012, for a 4-year term. And whereas Susan Bellairs has served the community with diligence and enthusiasm during her term as elected Oxford Township trustee. And whereas Susan Bellairs during her term as trustee served on the following boards and committees: Oxford Township Board of Trustees, Oxford Township Zoning Board of Appeals, Oxford Emergency Safety Authority, Oxford Police, Fire EMS Commission, Oakland County Gypsy Moth Liaison, Civil Infraction Committee, Professional Services Committee, Poly and Trail, Election Commission, and various other committees. And whereas Susan Bellairs dedicated her time to serve the community in the township annual spring cleanup, Young Marines, and is noted for significant contributions in the water infrastructure, Oakland County Sheriff's Department, and dispatch service. Now therefore be it resolved that the Charter Township of Oxford Board of Trustees and all who serve with Susan Bellairs wish to take this opportunity to honor and publicly recognize her service, dedication, commitment, and contributions to and for the community of Oxford. And be it further resolved that the Township of Oxford Board of Trustees wishes Susan Bellairs success in her future plans. That's my motion.
Let's do a roll call first. Or, excuse me.
I move to adopt the resolution honoring Susan Bellairs as presented.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
I'll second the motion.
Seconded by Clerk Wright. Roll call.
Trustee Dare.
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
And Trustee Payne.
Yes.
I'd like to give her a hand. Clerk Wright, if I would have you read the one for Mr. Kreiderman.
Sure, let me get it up here for a second. Okay, resolution in honor of Melvin F. Kreiderman. Whereas Melvin F. Kreiderman, also known as Buck, was first elected Oxford Township trustee on November 20th, 2008 through November 20th, 2012 for a 4-year term. And whereas Melvin F. Kreiderman has served the community since that date with diligence and enthusiasm during his 8 years as an elected township trustee. And whereas Melvin F. Kreiderman, during his 8 years as trustee, served and chaired on the following boards and committees: Oxford Township Board of Trustees, North Oakland Transportation Authority, Cable Television Commission, Pollyant Trail, Hazardous Waste, Oxford Addison Youth Assistance Alternate, and various other committees. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Charter Township of Oxford Board of Trustees and all who served with Melvin F. Kreiderman express their appreciation and admiration of his professional skills and effectiveness he demonstrated, and fully recognize the outstanding and insightful contributions made by Melvin F. Kreiderman to the Township of Oxford, and be it further resolved that the Charter Township of Oxford Board of Trustees wishes to honor and publicly express their appreciation to Melvin F. Kreiderman for his dedication and leadership role he assumed as an elected member of the Charter Township of Oxford Board of Trustees.
There be a motion?
I move to adopt the resolution honoring Melvin Kreiderman as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
Clerk Wright, yes. Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Dare.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes. Thank you, Buck. On to the fire department. I will say that we'll take a couple of minutes after we do this initial so we can get some photographs, and it'll give you folks a chance to go out in the hall, and unless you want to stick around and listen to the rest of it, probably don't.
I'll down 9.
Fire department.
I'm out of here.
911. That'll clear them out.
Evening, Board.
Evening.
Before I start, a couple of things I want to let you know. Last night at the Village Council meeting, they voted to approve vacating the north end of Lauk Street, which comes about 100 feet up into the fire department property. So they are vacating that over to the Oxford Fire Department / Township of Oxford, so that'll be our property. So in the future, we can use that as a future access into the property for anything. And also, we can gate it and keep people from driving back in the field and dumping and everything that they've been doing back in there. So they vacated that over to us, and they're getting the deed and everything registered with the county on that part of it. Also, the lighted Christmas parade down in Orion, a group headed up by Tanya Peralt and a group of the firefighters got together, worked on it, the float, took it down to Orion, participated in the parade, and we came away with first place for best municipal float. So I want to publicly acknowledge that for the promotion process continuing on after promoting Sergeant Stapp to fill our open captain position, left an open sergeant vacancy. The promotion process was followed as outlined in the local bargaining agreement. The opening was posted, applications were accepted, and the written test was administered. 5 eligible individuals took the test, with 1 person successfully passing the test. It is my honor to present Benjamin Frantz for the position of sergeant. B.J. Frantz joined the fire department in July 27th of 2004. He's a paramedic, a certified fire inspector. He's a member of the Oakland County MABUS 3201 Tech Rescue Team. And I would at this point like to recommend Benjamin Frantz be promoted to sergeant.
There be a motion?
I move to promote Benjamin Frantz to shift sergeant from shift firefighter for the Oxford Fire Department effective 12:01 a.m. December 14th, 2016, at a wage as determined under Promotion Section D and Appendix A wages of the labor agreement between the Township of Oxford, Oakland County, Michigan, and the Oxford Firefighters Union International Association of Firefighters, Local 4763.
It's been moved
Second.
seconded by Payne.
Question.
Yes,
The 12:01 today or tomorrow?
is it the first of the year? Or tomorrow?
Tomorrow is
It would be
the 15th.
tonight.
Tonight, right?
It'd be tonight.
Yes.
Curtis's motion, make sure I got it.
That was the date or the time forwarded to us from the fire department. So if it needs to
Okay.
be corrected or amend the motion, then
So that would
It
be
doesn't,
15th?
it doesn't matter to me, but
That would be today, 12:01 a.m. on the 14th.
15.
The motion says the 14th.
yeah,
I'll amend my motion to make that the 15th.
not that it matters.
Margie, you amend your support?
I amend my,
Does by a
That's the
day.
15th.
It's a day extra pay.
It's been amended to the 15th.
Okay, it's been amended. Roll call.
trustee Nichols,
Yes.
trustee Dar,
yes.
clerk Wright, yes, treasurer Ferrari,
Yes.
supervisor Dunn,
Yes.
trustee Payne,
Yes.
and trustee Curtis.
Yes. Okay, very good.
Hey, BJ.
Congratulations.
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 Way to go, BJ.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
BJ, would you like to introduce your family?
It's my wife and 3 kids.
Hi, wife. Hi, 3 kids.
A man, a few words.
Oh, you're gonna get it.
Is that all the pictures we want to take? I mean, we'll take a couple minute recess to,
They might want to stick around for the rest of the fire stuff.
oh, you want to, we'll go through the fire stuff, then take a break.
Okay. Move on, the next item is the Assistant Chief Command Vehicle. The fire department has it budgeted to purchase the command vehicle for Assistant Chief Creech in the 2017 budget. We have researched the purchasing of it. We went through the Michigan My Deal contract, which we are a member of. This is the same place we purchased my command vehicle through. The bid process is already carried out by this state, so it's the same price for everybody across the state that is part of this program. It is held through the state fleet bid through Berger Chevrolet in Grand Rapids. They have submitted a quote of $35,664, and this would be a 2017 4x4 Chevrolet Tahoe. The delivery date is approximately 90 to 100 days on that. The funds for this purchase would come from fund balance, fund number 213-357-970-000.
Pete, I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Yes, sir.
Does this come fully decked out with lights and sirens and Pretty-
Labeling and lighting.
No,
This
lighting?
comes with a partial build-up by going through the state bid program on it, where they actually do the pre-wiring for us inside the vehicle. They actually run the wires out to the front of the vehicle for the siren speaker. They also run the power to the back of the unit. They also bring a loom of wires up underneath the console to tie everything into. And then once it gets here, then we will have to send it out and get it lettered and the lights and siren put on it and radio installed.
Not much money? 1,000?
Oh,
About 5.
Okay. Just wanted to be perfectly clear.
Pete, do you want this out of the 16 budget or the 17 budget? Because our motion
17.
suggests 16.
It's budgeted in the 17 budget.
17 budget. Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to take delivery of it for a couple months yet, so.
Is there any other questions by the board? Be a motion.
I move to
Whoa, hold on. I'm sorry.
You can make the motion, then I'll comment.
I move to approve the purchase of a 2017 Chevrolet Tahoe 4x4 pickup from Berger Chevrolet at a price of $35,664. Funds to be expensed to the 2017 Oxford Fire Department Fund Account Number 213-357-970.00, vehicle purchase. Further, Fire Chief Peter Scholes is authorized to sign any necessary purchase documents on behalf of the Charter Township of Oxford.
I'll second the motion.
Moved and seconded. Do you have a question?
Yes, when you find out the price, Chief Schultz, can you make sure that you get the check request on our bill runs instead of a special check request,
Yes.
as in the past? Which would be the 15th, a couple days before that, or before the end of the month.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I do have a question.
Okay.
Does this vehicle replace another vehicle?
Actually, no, this vehicle will be assigned to Assistant Chief Creech, who just started in July this year. So right now, he's using our command vehicle that the captains drive, and then that vehicle will go back to the captains then.
Is there any other questions? Roll call?
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Trustee Dur.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
And Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Thank you, Board.
There be a motion to receive and file anything here?
Do we have to amend,
Do we have to do anything with that?
maybe the last, I know the third one we don't, but maybe the last,
Let me move on here.
see what the ALS and EMS. I think ALS and EMS we have to take care of.
The 213, there isn't any resolution per se.
Oh, so it all balances out?
I just sent you
Everything's-
information to support the fact that no budget amendments are recommended at this time,
Well, then we'll,
because the anticipated expenses don't exceed the revenue.
we will move on to budget 210.
I'll make a motion to approve the amended 2016 ALS Fund Budget 210 with revenues and expenditures balancing at 525,465, attached to the spreadsheet as an appendix to the minutes.
Second the motion.
Moved and seconded. Questions? Roll call?
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Trustee Dur.
Yes.
And Trustee Payne.
Yes.
The 211 budget?
I'll make a motion to approve the amended 2016 Fire EMS Fund Budget 211 with the revenues and expenditures balancing at 391,215, attached to the spreadsheet as an appendix to the minutes.
Second.
Moved and seconded. It's Patty Dur. Roll call?
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Dur.
Yes.
And Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
With that, we're going to take a couple-minute break. I can, in a few minutes, if you guys would kind of scoot out so we can continue on and get this over with.
Get this
So we'll give you,
Like this day.
no, but I mean, literally, take a couple minutes, enjoy yourself, and then get out of here.
Feels very welcome.
We're now back in session. Let's go on to unfinished. There's nothing. New business. Hills of Oxford South, cash in lieu of safety path construction. There be a motion or any discussion or?
I move to allow Robertson Brothers, developer of Oxford Hills South, to provide payment in lieu of construction of a safety path, amount of $6,976. The safety path fund, as determined by the construction cost estimate from Sharp Engineering, and a written contract shall be executed by Robertson Brothers and the Charter Township of Oxford as a condition of final site plan approval, and authorize Supervisor William Dunn to sign the written contract on behalf of the Charter Township of Oxford.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded by Nichols. Curtis?
Good job.
Yeah.
I think we won't replay the tape, but that's fine.
It's not a conflict.
That's right. We have to go upstairs for this one?
Bill. Bill,
Yes,
a comment.
yes.
This process of pay in lieu of, cash in lieu of, the process has now been refined, defined, and in place now at the Planning Commission, the Safety Path Committee, and now to the Township Board. This is the first one that we've actually gone through the whole new process according to the ordinance. So it's now in place, and we'll start capturing these in the future.
Well, thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
So when we take cash in lieu of, do we go ahead and put the safety paths in ourselves? We don't.
We take the cash. I'm going to let Joe, he's the safety path chairman. Go ahead, Joe.
Basically, we take the cash and put it in other areas where we want the safety path.
Oh,
Right now, this isn't a priority where they were going to put it in,
all right,
so we're probably going to use it towards probably Seymour Lake.
okay.
I don't know if you know, we've got a list of probably like 12 priorities.
Yeah.
There may be areas even where safety path couldn't even be put in. So you might as well make it an ordinance and make it work.
Correct.
Roll call.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Dur.
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes. Let's go on to the Verizon Wireless Telecommunications Tower Agreement. Kurt Wright.
Yes, board members, for those of you that aren't aware, the Verizon company is contracting with Oxford Township to place a wireless communications tower in the Oxford Township Seymour Lake Park. And in front of you in the packet are two agreements. One's a license agreement, the other one's a memorandum of license agreement. Since the board packet went out, there's been a few items that needed to be amended in the contract. If you want me to go through those from what I... Okay, okay.
So any motion we make, they'll have to incorporate those amendments, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. So
Those the amendments that Kelly sent out in the email?
that was one of them.
Oh, there's more?
There were more. They were basically just form corrections, no substance into the document.
No, we just put amended here. I move to approve the amended license agreement and memorandum of license agreement. Approve the license agreement and memorandum of license agreement between the Charter Township of Oxford and New Power DBA Verizon Wireless as presented, and authorize Supervisor William Dunn to sign the agreements on behalf of the Charter Township of Oxford.
Could I have you amend?
That's it. I put amended.
This moved. Is there support?
I'll second the motion.
Moved and supported. I think somewhere that we should put in there that the proceeds will go, for the lease will go to the Parks and Rec Commission. They'd like to be able to sometime down the line, be able to say that any money we get for that will go for Park and Rec budgets.
Is that part of this, or should that be a separate motion?
I'd like to see it part of it.
I'd like to make it separate one, because this is a contract between us and Verizon. The other one's more
Okay,
between us to talk about.
but I would like to make it perfectly clear that the township
right
is
after
not,
this.
okay. Yes,
I would say you could approve this agreement, and then we could have a separate motion
That's what he
from the board level,
Yeah.
and then go ahead and authorize those funds to be transferred.
any other questions? Comments? Roll call?
Trustee Dur,
Yes.
Trustee Nichols,
Yes.
Trustee Payne,
Yes.
Trustee Curtis,
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari,
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn,
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes.
Like to make a motion that is understood that any revenues obtained from the new wireless agreement for the new tower at the Seymour Lake Township Park be allocated to the Parks and Recreation Fund.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Any other questions?
Who got that one?
Roll call?
Trustee Nichols,
Yes.
Trustee Dur,
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Supervisor Dunn,
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari,
Yes.
Trustee Payne,
Yes.
and Trustee Curtis.
Yes.
Bid solicitation resolution. Clerk Wright, come on up. We probably have some questions for you. I don't, but maybe the board does.
Yeah, board members, you're aware that the bond proposal, which is at the value of $2 million, was passed by voters in Oxford Township. And based on that money that was approved, there's a lot of projects that the Parks and Recreation needs to complete. And with that, the requirements now are that the projects need to go out for bid. What this resolution is trying to accomplish is to allow the Parks and Recreation, if they choose to want to go out to bid, they can do so. They don't necessarily have to do that, so it may speed up the process of getting the project they want to do completed faster. Plus, they may get a more economical benefit of just going ahead and getting the contractor versus the bid process.
It should be noted, too, that the Park and Rec is an elected board, elected by the people to oversee the running of the Park and Rec Department. Joe?
And I've talked to Bill and Kurt on this, how I feel. One, it's a township bond. Number two, I remember in the 90s, although I can't remember exactly why, there's a reason why we put both of those resolutions in place. I don't know if somebody came at us that was a minority or something.
It was state law.
Yeah, but I think somebody come at us that said we didn't open it up to everybody. My thing, Ron, I know you guys do a good job. It's nothing to do with you. Take you and us out of it. My fear is, let's say I'm a minority-owned business. I'm waiting to do the tennis courts.
That's fine.
I want to see a contract. You say, oh, you excluded me because I'm a minority-owned business. I'm a female business. I'm a handicap, whatever.
That applies to CDBG money, Joe, but
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what? With all due respect, and this is my opinion on the Parks and Rec Commissions, you could still implement that and still not appease everybody, so there's always going to be that chance. It's my job to be fiscally responsible, and that's what I do with it. Regardless if we bid it, or quote it or whatever. I mean, you can look at our track record in the 21 years I've been here. I think we're really fiscally responsible with our funds and the taxpayers' dollars, so.
And that part, Ron, I agree with. I just don't want somebody to come back at us and sue us and say, Ron excluded me because he doesn't like my type of business.
I understand.
If you put in the paper, at least you can say, you had a chance to bid, you chose not to bid.
I move to approve the resolution to exempt the Parks and Recreation Commission from the requirements of soliciting bids for bond expenditures as presented.
I'll support that. Elgin?
I guess, the one thing that I appreciate from the Parks and Rec is the fact that he has hired mostly all local people. And as Ron has indicated, you can't make all people happy. On the other hand, I understand where Joe is coming from also, because I've dealt with a lot of contracts. But I think you want to give Ron some leverage here in order to move forward on this. That would be my opinion.
Understood.
In my opinion, is the Park and Rec Commission is elected. They're put into place to oversee the Park and Rec. And I like to keep an eye on them. I'll keep my good eye on them. But allow the Park and Rec Commission to disperse this money.
I would agree if it was a bond was in their name. I would agree.
Well, let's find out how everybody agrees or how they want to vote. Roll call.
Trustee Nichols?
Yes.
Trustee Dur?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes.
And Treasurer Ferrari?
No.
Thank you.
On to the budget amendments. Was there any questions or is there any motions?
At least I'm seeing coming out of this year's budget, we're putting like 523 into fund balance.
Actually,
Reading that right?
that out of that 523, I think 262 was given to Park and Rec.
I think that's already accounted for. Like, that's in addition to all that. At least from what I'm seeing from the budget. 523, 927. And that's where I think we should contribute something to MERS.
Does anybody else like to talk about MERS, or would like to do it when we know where all of our money's going? Yes.
Bill, we talked about 6 months back about putting a list together of all the items that this township is going to be responsible for in the near future. And I mean, you can quote millions of dollars that we're going to be responsible for. We've talked, I know we put it in the Safety Path Committee, we're talking in the Water Sewer Committee. We need that list compiled to know and fully understand what we owe before we go doling out, or, MERS is a perfect example. The water main is a perfect example. Elkview is a perfect example. All these examples we talk about, we don't have a compiled list of all the money that we could be subject to paying out.
It's been moved. Was it supported?
Nothing's been moved.
No movement.
No movement yet? Yes.
I have a tendency to agree with Jack on this one. I don't think we have everything complete yet to make a decision on it, in my opinion.
I agree with you and Jack. Would there be a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the 2016 amended general fund budget 101 with revenues and expenditures balancing at $2,698,679. Attached to the spreadsheet as appendix to the minutes.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Any other questions? Roll call.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari?
No.
Supervisor Dunn?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Dur?
Yes.
And Trustee Nichols?
Yes.
Should have more budgets. Next is road. I'll make a motion to approve the 2016 amended road fund budget 204 with the revenues and expenditures balancing at 38,932 and attached to the spreadsheet as appendix to the minutes.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Any questions? Roll call.
Trustee Nichols?
Yes.
Trustee Dur?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
And Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2016 amended cemetery maintenance fund budget 209 with the revenues and expenditures balancing at $87,637 attached to the spreadsheet as appendix to the minutes.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Any questions? Roll call.
Clerk Wright, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari,
Yes.
Trustee Dur,
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2016 amended telecommunications fund budget, 239, with the revenues and expenditures balancing at 24,008, attached to the spreadsheet as appendix to the minutes.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Roll call?
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Dur,
Yes.
Trustee Nichols,
Yes.
Trustee Curtis,
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn,
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari,
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2016 amended building permit fund budget, 295, with the revenues and expenditures balancing at 630,150, and attached to the spreadsheet as appendix to the minutes.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Questions? Roll call?
Supervisor Dunn,
Yes.
Trustee Dur,
Yes.
Trustee Payne,
Yes.
Trustee Nichols,
Yes.
Trustee Curtis,
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari,
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2016 amended safety path fund budget, 297, with the revenues and expenditures balancing at 29,588, attached to spreadsheet as appendix to the minutes.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Questions? Yes.
Just one point on the safety path, the fund balance, when I discussed this yesterday, the actual fund balance is only $19,486 on there, but the fund does balance. So what I would like to see is the $2 in that fund balance be reduced and increase the revenue, possibly, or reduce the revenue in there, just so that it's correct with our audit.
Does the total stay the same?
The totals can stay the same, you just have to make an amendment in one of your line items.
To the
Okay, have Deanna can do that, right? Because we're doing it by category anyway.
Yes.
So just have Deanna do that change tomorrow if you could. But the 29,588 doesn't change, correct?
Well, it depends on if you make the amendment to add the $2 to another account. If you don't, then you have to reduce this fund by $2.
No, but if you add $2 to the expenditure, you're fine, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Have Deanna add $2 to one of the line items. And then we'll still balance at 29,588.
And we moved? Have we,
And seconded.
roll call?
Trustee Dur,
Yes.
Trustee Payne,
Yes.
Trustee Curtis,
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn,
Yes.
Clerk Wright, no. Trustee Nichols,
No.
and Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes. I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2016 Building and Site Fund budget, 471, with the revenues and expenditures balancing at 718,206, attached to the spreadsheet as appendix to the minutes.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Any questions? Roll call?
Supervisor Dunn,
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Treasurer Ferrari,
Yes.
Trustee Curtis,
Yes.
Trustee Payne,
Yes.
Trustee Dur,
Yes.
Trustee Nichols.
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
We need
we
to
skipped over the police.
Oh, I skipped over police?
Yes.
Thanks, Patty.
Thanks, Patty.
You're
I
welcome.
know, I was going fast and furious.
Yeah.
Good catch. Hold on here.
Well, you have to scroll through quite a
You're
bit.
right, I gotta figure out where it was at. It's in the middle?
Was it before the
Just before you.
the cemetery?
Hold on here. Cemetery was early, I know
It's at
that.
page 12.
Page 11 of 24.
I got road,
Page 11 of 24.
police contracting. Make a motion to approve the 2016 amended police contracting fund budget, 205, with revenues and expenditures balancing at $2,691,868, attached to spreadsheet as appendix to the minutes.
Second?
Thank you.
Moved and seconded. Any other questions? Roll call?
Trustee Nichols,
Yes.
Trustee Dur,
Yes.
Trustee Payne,
Yes.
Trustee Curtis,
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari,
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes, and Supervisor Dunn.
Yes. Is that it?
That's it.
Moving on. Thank you for doing that, Joe and Jack. Made it go smoothly. On to appointments to the Planning Commission and Board of Review. Let me bring that up here.
Based on Supervisor Dunn's recommendation, I move to reappoint Ed Hunwick and Michael Spiz to the Oxford Township Planning Commission for a 3-year term commencing January 1, 2017, expiring December 31st, 2019.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any other questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Let's go on to the Township Board Committee appointments.
We got Board of Review.
Oh, Board of Review.
I move to reappoint Jan Drogosh, Karen Fitch, and Karen Nyrans to the Oxford Township Board of Review for a 2-year term commencing January 1, 2017, expiring December 31st, 2018.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I don't have that on here.
No, you won't.
Oh, okay. No problem. Under the Township Board Committee appointments, I think most of the committee assignments should probably stay the same. We should have to do some work on people that left. That would be Buck and Sue Bellairs. I would like to make a suggestion that I move from the Downtown Development Authority to the Cable Commission and put Elgin Nichols in my place.
I'd support that.
Then who else who else wants cable?
I will take Cable.
I think we need two.
We need,
Two.
we've
So I have two
used,
lines.
we've had that and an alternate before, I believe.
I'm looking at Curtis's things. I'm assuming we need two replacements.
I think there's only 5 people on,
No, you have Mr. Kraterman that was on the board along with Ed Hunwick.
So do we need two people then?
You need,
well,
Yeah, if Ed isn't going to serve, then
Ed is going to serve, I guess. So I think the only one we need is me.
Oh, and Ed, because Ed expired too. Right, Chris, didn't Ed expire too?
as you see in the memo supplied by the supervisor's office, there's all the expirations and the members that have served.
Okay, well, let's take a look.
That's the reason that the motions that were provided tonight are for the board to decide whether they want to individually appoint per commission, committee.
Mm-hmm.
Is Mr. Hunwick still interested?
I do not know that answer.
I will take a wild guess and say yes. He was in today
Good.
with some other committee.
I move to appoint Supervisor William Dunn and Ed Hunwick as the Oxford Township Board Representatives to the Oxford Area Cable Commission for a 4-year term, beginning November 20, 2016, expiring November 20, 2020. Well, we need alternates.
second.
Oh, no, hold on, I need some alternates. Anybody want to be alternates? Because that's what Chris's motion says.
Do we want an alternate?
We don't have to have.
You haven't had one before, I don't believe.
I don't,
There were,
Yeah, we
yes.
did. We had
Says
we
here
had
that
Ellen
Sue
Barwick.
Bellairs was the,
Barwick and Bellairs were the
Oh, okay,
alternates.
you're right.
Do you want to just keep it as those two and call
Let's
it?
just keep it those two.
Okay, then my motion stops after that.
Any other questions?
No alternates.
It was supported, right?
By trustee Nichols.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye.
aye.
Opposed?
Cemetery.
Now, that was for that one. Now we have to do the DDA. I would like to resign from the DDA, and what I'll do is I will put a resignation letter together, and also stating that we're going to put Elgin Nichols as my replacement.
Okay, I'll be down there, Bill, in about 4 more motions.
Okay.
I move to appoint Supervisor Dunn and Clerk Wright to the Cemetery Committee for a 4-year term beginning November 20, 2016, expiring November 20, 2020.
I'll support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I move to appoint Treasurer Ferrari as the Oxford Township Coordinator for Community Development Block Grant Funding for a 4-year term beginning November 20, 2016, expiring November 20, 2020.
I really wanted that one, Joe.
Second.
I'll give it up.
It's been moved and supported. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Careful what you ask for.
Election Commission, we need somebody to replace Sue. Is anybody interested?
sure.
I'd like to make a comment on that.
Oh, go ahead.
I would like to have the board appoint trustee Nichols, and the reason why is he has served as a precinct chairperson on one of the election boards for me, and I believe his experience and background will be a great assist.
Convinced me.
And,
Okay.
and just so you're aware that we only meet when elections happen.
I move to appoint Clerk Wright, Trustee Nichols, and Trustee Durr to the Oxford Township Election Commission for a 4-year term beginning on November 20, 2016, expiring November 20, 2020.
So moved and seconded. I know you feel slighted, Marge, but we've got
Not-
we got no-has coming up
We got good stuff going on.
And gypsy moths.
and Gypsy Bot.
Oh, yes.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I move to appoint Trustee Durr as the Oxford Township Representative to the Gypsy Moth Program for a 4-year term beginning November 20, 2016, expiring November 20, 2020.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I move to appoint Supervisor Dunn, Treasurer Ferrari, and Clerk Wright to the Oxford Township Highway Roads Committee, Highway Roads Present Future Committee, for a 4-year term beginning November 20th, 2016, through November 20th, 2020.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I move to appoint Trustee Nichols as the Oxford Township Representative to the Oxford Downtown Development Authority for a 4-year term beginning November 20th, 2016, expiring November 20th, 2020.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Joe, for the North Oakland Transportation Authority, or NODA, instead of Buck Kreiderman, I'd like to put in Marge Payne.
Are you still interested?
Oh, of course.
We want an alternate.
No.
I move to appoint Supervisor Dunn and Trustee Payne as the Oxford Township Representatives to the North Oakland Transportation Authority for a 4-year term beginning November 20th, 2016, expiring November 20th, 2020.
Moved
Second motion.
and seconded by our clerk. And by the way, there's a meeting tomorrow at 4:30.
There you go.
Just put you right in the saddle. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Or opposed? Maybe not the saddle, put you in the bus.
The trolley.
I move to appoint Trustee Durr as the Oxford Township Representative to the Oxford Addison Youth Assistance Board for a 4-year term beginning November 20th, 2016, expiring November 20th, 2020.
Second.
Been moved and supported. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I move to appoint Trustee Curtis as the Oxford Township Board Representative to the Oxford Township Planning Commission for a 4-year term beginning November 20th, 2016, expiring November 20th, 2020.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Joe, I would like to recommend that Margie be put on that.
I move to
Committee.
appoint Trustee Payne as the Oxford Township Board Representative to the Oxford Zoning Board of Appeals for a 4-year term beginning November 20th, 2016, expiring November 20th, 2020.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Now, Pollyant Trail, we need 2 people.
Come on, clerk, right? Jump up there and get, Pollyant Trail's a good one.
That's great, isn't it?
Kurt, you want to do it?
If Kurt does it, I'll do it.
Okay, let's go for it.
Okay.
I move to appoint Clerk Wright and Trustee Nichols as the Oxford Township Board Representatives to the Pollyant Trail Commission for a 4-year term beginning November 20th, 2016, expiring November 20th, 2020.
I'll second the motion for discussion.
Moved and supported, seconded.
As you see on the list, there is an alternate, as Treasurer Ferrari's listed. Do you still want an alternate?
Bill wasn't crazy about him on the other one, so I've been deleting him.
On the Pollyant Trail? No, you two can handle it.
So I've been getting rid of the alternates.
If it gets to be a problem, we could always put somebody in there.
Okay.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I move to appoint Treasurer Ferrari, Clerk Wright, and Trustee Curtis to the Safety Path and Maintenance Committee for a 4-year term beginning November 20th, 2016, and expiring November 20th, 2020.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Now we need no-has. Buck was our rep on that.
Joe, how about you?
No.
I'll make a motion to appoint Joe Ferrari as hazardous waste. Help me out, Joe.
Representative.
Come on.
I'll trade with Curtis for Pollyann.
No, this is not baseball.
Oh, no, you don't.
Appointment expires November 21st,
I move to
2016.
appoint Treasurer Ferrari as the Oxford Board
Be strong.
Representative to the Hazardous Waste No-Haz Committee for a 4-year term,
Second.
Second. Go ahead.
beginning November 20th, 2016, and expiring November 20th, 2020. And that's it. And
Do
appoint,
you want to put me as an alternate?
I
put Patty as
will add Patty as the alternate.
All right. Got it
As the
all.
Oxford Township Board alternate representative to the Hazardous Waste Committee.
At least I get an alternate.
You gonna be on?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to be at a lot, Dur.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Second by Trustee Curtis. Said we second.
Yeah, that's good.
I move to appoint Supervisor Dunn, Clerk Wright, and Trustee Curtis to the Oxford Township Water and Sewer Committee for a four-year term beginning November 20th, 2016, expiring November 20th, 2020.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Thanks again, guys, for sliding through all that quick.
Yep.
Let's go on to the Oxford Township Board meeting dates.
Oh, you got one more?
Did I miss one?
Temporary electrical
Yeah,
inspector.
about the electrician?
Oh, no, that's.
No,
No,
that's
Oh,
later.
this one?
We gotta go to no-haz.
The no-haz agreement?
I move to accept the 2017 North Oakland County Household Hazardous Waste Interlocal Agreement between Oakland County and the Charter Township of Oxford as presented. Authorize Supervisor William Dunn to sign the agreement.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any other questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, on to the meeting dates.
Nope, got two more there. I move that the Charter Township of Oxford shall notify Oakland County that it will not charge a $10 participation fee per resident. The cost for the participation shall be paid by the Charter Township of Oxford.
Moved,
Second.
seconded.
Question,
Question.
Oh, it's right there.
do they have to come, they have to come in for a voucher to get that $10 waive?
Yep.
I know that a lot of people at our cleanup day didn't know that. I know that it's been in the paper, I know that we talk about it, but
And they have vouchers at the site.
they do?
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you.
Where are we?
Question.
Motion to, taking a.
Question.
Question.
Also, we have that on our website, so they can download a voucher. Also, just so people are aware of what took place in Oxford for no-haz collection, we had Oxford Township, as I scroll across, 545 cars came through.
Wow.
What else is on here? It does show
That was at the school.
That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
that's for the whole, the 5 areas. There's another line in here, shows the breakdown on
Yeah, I seen all that.
participation.
They do promote the voucher also on calendar of events on OCTV. Pretty steady.
I'm waiting for Curtis to.
I'm trying to see if I can find it. It doesn't
We
look
don't
good.
have to find it, we believe you.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I move to approve the North Oakland Household Hazardous Waste Consortium resolution as presented. Hereby appoint Treasurer Ferrari as the official representative for the Charter Township of Oxford to the No-Haz Advisory Board for 2017.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Is that it? Is that, I don't seem to have
Now
that.
you're good.
Now we're on to the meeting dates. Is there any conflicts? Can anybody see, like, we've got important dates like opening of deer season,
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day,
April, it doesn't work.
all of April? Doesn't work for Margie? We'll try to wing it without you, Marge, while you're down in Florida.
I move to adopt the proposed 2017 Charter Township of Oxford Board of Trustees regular meeting schedule as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. General election certification, Clerk Wright. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Oxford on an election that ran very, very smooth. It was a little slow, but there's a lot of stuff on that ballot. So congratulations, Kurt, for you and your crew.
Absolutely. More kudos to my crew, my election workers.
I move to approve the canvass of votes for the November 8th, 2016 general election for the Charter Township of Oxford as presented. Include them as an attachment to the minutes.
Second.
Moved and seconded. We'll do Clerk Wright.
When did he start?
All these photo finishes. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I don't know if all the board knows, we've had one of our inspectors become ill. It's Mr. Birch. We're not sure when he's going to come back, so I called a local person, Pat Payne, to sit in for our electrical inspector. He did contact the state, and he is certified by the state to perform these. And I would just like to maybe have a motion to have Pat Payne's name added as for liability insurance, and we notify our, yes, Kurt.
I did notify Mr. Gandolfi, our rep for our Michigan participating plan, and all contractors are automatically added to the plan, so that they blanket coverage the inspectors if we need a substitute.
I'd also like to say that, you couldn't find a nicer person than Pat. Not only has he done a lot of volunteer work around here, like make sure our lights are working out here. He changed them over, I believe, to do the new bulbs. He also served in the Oxford Township Fire Department for, I believe, 17 years. So he's a fixture in the community, and he is.
And I will be abstaining on vote, if you're going to vote on this.
I move
You would
to
vote
honor
for him,
Trustee
right?
Payne's request to abstain from this vote.
Moved.
Second.
Seconded. By Curtis. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I move to approve Patrick Payne as a temporary electrical inspector for the Charter Township of Oxford.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Nichols? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I know, on behalf of the Township Board, we send out our best wishes to Dale Birch and speedy recovery.
Please also express our thanks to Pat for willing to take on that load.
Oh, yeah. All I had to do was make a call, and he was right there. Nothing was removed. Public comment on items not on the agenda. Public comments? Board of Trustee comments? I guess I can start. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Jack Curtis?
I have no comments, thank you.
Marge Payne?
Nothing. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Holidays.
Joe?
Same here with the holiday wishes, and also too, keep talking about this list of priorities. Somebody's got to either take charge of that, or we have a committee, we should kind of, not right now, but first part of next year.
We do have a committee.
Oh, we do?
It's me, you, and Curtis.
Oh, we're the committee?
We're going to be the
Well, let's
spreadsheet.
get working on it.
We're going to be
then.
the spreadsheet boys.
Okay, well then, let's get
Spreadsheet
working.
gang. Curtis?
Sounds good. Just another welcome to the new board, Margie and Elgin. We'll look forward to working together, and that's all my comments.
Patty?
No, just happy holidays, everybody.
Elgin?
Yeah, I'd like to make a few comments. First of all, thank the public for voting for me, put me on here as a squeaky clean. Bill Service, Terry Stiles, who supported me throughout this thing with the OCTV. Mike Spiz, who endorsed me early, for the job. Eric Dolan in our community, very active, along with Tom Kennis. Rod Charles also gave an early endorsement. And I appreciate all these people, and again, all the people that voted for me. Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Moved? Moved? Supported? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Where are you when we...